I had just walked into class and navigated to my usual front row seat. I've done it 100 times. I have the path memorized so I don't bump into a single desk. But as I sat down, I heard the substitute teacher mutter, "Oh great, we have one of these." She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Interesting, you walk like you can see exactly where you're going." I tried to explain that blind people learn their environments, but she cut me off. "Sweetheart, I wasn't born yesterday. Your eyes look perfectly normal. You're just faking for the attention and extra time on tests." Before I could even respond, she grabbed my arm and yanked me to the front of the room. She tilted my face toward the lights and shouted to the class, "Everyone, take a good look. This is what a liar looks like." She started snapping her fingers in my ear, asking if I was deaf or just stupid. When she slammed her hand on my desk and I flinched, she smirked and said, "See, something is working just fine in there." A few boys in the back started laughing. I could feel my face burning. Then she grabbed my cane, the one I've used since freshman year, and tossed it across the room. It clattered against the wall as she whispered, "You don't even need this prop." She threatened to report me for fraud and strip every one of my accommodations. Suddenly, I heard a chair scrape hard against the floor. A voice I knew all too well spoke up. "Give her the cane back." It was Calvin, the same guy who had tripped me in the hallway and knocked the cane out of my hand a dozen times since we were kids. The substitute tried to tell him to sit down, but Calvin's voice was shaking with rage. He called her out in front of everyone, saying, "We all know she can't see. You're just being cruel for no reason." He turned to the boys who were laughing and asked how they'd feel if someone plucked their eyes out. Then, a voice from the back said, "I've been recording this whole thing, by the way." The substitute went completely stiff. She tried to soften her voice, claiming she was just asking questions, but Calvin didn't let up. He told her, "You threw her cane and grabbed her face. That's assault." The room went dead silent as the substitute slowly fetched my cane and propped it back against my desk. I never thought my biggest bully would be the one to save me, but that day, he was the only one who did.